not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when it can be chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I? If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of them that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays...
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time, and leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Jackson. And his first pass is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's number 1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play-action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
That's taken in by Duvernay. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Get hold of these win conditions. The point after's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, here's Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On third down, Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Escaping. Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second and a long way to go. Burrow, he'll buy some time right. And the pressure gets to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up third down on the sand.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The long-time vet, Jamie Collins, the man to bring him down. The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's Jordan Stout now. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
From the 39, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
11. Stop.
To throw again on second down. Burrow buying time to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11 Mighty. 11 Thomas. 11 MP Paint. 11 MP Paint.
Now Burrow. Gets into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake,